again, Taylor and Whitney, and we are super excited that you're watching our product reveal video. So we did this for the first time last week for our Valentine's Day release, and we are back with another product reveal. If this is your first time catching one of these, then our purpose is to walk through all of the new release products. These will be available on January 14th at 9 a.m. Central Time.
I'm excited. I'm ready.
Yes, and this is a big week. It is our second chance release, and we have over 25 new products. And the reason why we call it second chance is because it is sometimes your second chance to get these products. They were all previously released as freebies. Whitney's favorite.
Love a good freebie.
And now we are bringing them out into our collection and adding some new products that coordinate with them or enhance them, all of those fun things. So this is one of our favorite releases, and it's kind of a lot of little details. So get ready. We will walk you through when they were previously offered as a freebie, so you can check your collections and make sure you don't already have them before you buy them. And then you also love sales, right?
I love a good sale.
Freebies and sales. They kind of go hand in hand.
Whitney likes a good deal. I like giveaways, freebies, sales.
So we do have a sale this week, and when you purchase 5 or more products from our second chance category, you will receive 15% off all of the products from that category. So it's not 15% off the entire website, but if you buy 5 or more products from that category, you get that 15% off anything and everything in the category. So
that sounds pretty easy to me because there's a lot of things that I want to get. So
yes.
5 products, that's
5, not too tough.
I
1,
can
2,
already
3, 4, 5.
Yes. I'm excited to show everyone everything that we have in store.
Yes.
You guys really knocked it out of the park. And then the design team comes and you're just I'm excited.
Yes. So we do have some design team samples to share with you today. And then we want you to watch the live on Tuesday as well, where you will get some crafty time with me, but also we'll have more samples to share from design team members and just have some more fun time crafting. So by separating this out, we get a little bit more crafty time on Tuesday, but we love to give even more inspiration during that time too. So should we get started?
I'm ready.
Okay. Well,
I'm chomping at the bit to show them all the good stuff.
I forgot to say the kind of second part of this release. So this is our second chance.
Heard.
No.
I know. Okay.
So it is our second chance release, but we are also launching our Every Order Freebie collection. So that has become big deal at TE.
Yes.
So every order that you place, you get a free item, and we change it every single month. So each month it's different, and it's a collectible. So you can collect all 12 throughout the year.
Love that part.
I know. So we're going to kind of explain a little bit more about that collection. I know we've done some sneak peeks. We've been shipping. Any orders placed since January 1st have received our January freebie. So yes, we're just here to explain the Every Order freebie and kind of how that's going to look this year. So
I'm excited. A year in bloom. I was just blown away. I love the first one. Kind of got a sneak peek for it on that December 31st live, and now I'm like, okay, I want them all.
Yes. Well,
and
you've seen them all. So
I know.
Now you kind of know what's coming. But
I know you guys are in store for greatness.
All right. Well, let's take a look at what we have to share with you. We are going to start with that Every Order freebie collection. As I mentioned, all of your orders, any order, doesn't matter the size of the order, will come with one of our freebies. And sometimes this is a stamp, sometimes it's a die. This year, we are continuing with another collection of rubber stamps. So you guys might be aware or might not that we actually manufacture our own rubber stamps right here in Ankeny, Iowa at our facility. So this is something our team loves to do each month, and we make lots of these little freebies that are going to come in your order. So this was or is the freebie for January, and it is a snowdrop is the name of the flower. This is the birth month flower for January, and along with that you also get a sticker. And I'm going to show you here in just a second what you are supposed to do with this sticker. So, I mean, you can use it as an envelope seal or do something else with it, but there is a specific purpose that I think you'll appreciate as the year goes on. So that is our every order freebie. Every order placed gets one of those stamps and the little sticker. Now here's what I was telling you about. This is now available for purchase. This is your collection card. It's called a Year in Bloom stamp collection. So each month, you can probably guess, is going to feature a different bloom. And then we have a spot on your collection card for you to place those little stickers.
Eeks!
I know.
I love this part because it's so much fun. It feels like that little thing that I get to do every single month is like get it out, get my sticker all organized.
Peel the backing off of the sticker, place it down on. I know, it's really
so much fun.
It reminds me of my old days of collecting Monopoly pieces from McDonald's. And so yeah, this is your little collection card. And you get to place that sticker down and then peel the backing paper off of your stamp. Just kind of pick that off of the back just like this. And then you can place that down on the back of your card. And then each month you'll have a different one to add. It's going to tell you the name of the flower and the month that it was for, so you can have a nice way to track those. So these are now available for purchase. Depending on how many times you plan to order each month, you might want to grab more than one of these collection cards if you're going to collect more than one set in the year. So that's available now. And then this year, because these flower stamps are going to have a lot more versatility if you can die cut them, right? Everything has more versatility with a die. And so we also have available for purchase the coordinating die for the January Snowdrop stamp. So you can purchase this, and any of the subsequent coordinating dies will be available on the first of each month. So the February flower die will be available February 1st when we start shipping the February stamp. So keep an eye out for those coordinating dies, and this month you are now able to get the coordinating die for this little stamp.
You truly thought of everything here. You know I'm in for a good organizational tool. That collection card just has everything I need to keep everything in track, and then to have the coordinating die. I'm so excited.
Well, we have one more thing. Because we want you to be able to step your cards up even a little bit further. So we have this great stamp or die set that's called A Year in Bloom Vases and Places. These are
adorable.
Isn't that cute? Little vases and places that you can put your imagery into. So if you want to have your little flowers coming out of a pocket or more of a terracotta style pot, we have a vase and several other, or a pitcher, and then several other vase styles in there as well. So that is going to be super fun, and this can be purchased as well as you collect your flowers throughout the year. Now we do have some samples for you today, and this is what we're going to be crafting on the live on Tuesday, so definitely hop back on and see this project in action. Wanted to create some little postage stamp looking style artwork using this, so I stamped that fun little flower, colored it with Olo markers, and then added it onto those postage labels. So we're gonna have fun with this. Excited to have this little cancellation up in the top corner as well. So I think that'll be a really fun way to use these. And then I made another set of cards using a new product that we are releasing today, actually. So we'll talk a little bit more about these. But you have that snowdrop flower featured on these mini slims. No matter which direction you hold them, they are super cute and super easy to create. So a couple of thanks cards. I'm in need of a lot of those lately.
Yes.
I have a long list at my desk of thank yous that I need to send out. So
you were truly inspired by that one little rubber stamp.
I know.
Those are adorable, Taylor.
I was saying to Susan, like, it's kind of a fun little challenge to see what you can do with one little stamp. And it turns out with the addition of a few extra products, you can do some really fun things with this little freebie.
Cute.
So
excited to make those on Tuesday.
Yes. All right, well, let's get started. We are going to start with our freebie that was previously a $100 order freebie in July. Do you guys remember this one? It is called Summer Nights. It was a layering stencil, those pretty cone flowers with the leaves kind of leaving a frame in the center. And this one was the freebie. So this is the one you'll want to check your collection to see if you already have. but we made some coordinating products to go with this. And
this one was so popular that
yes.
I really feel like I'm so excited to show all of the amazing goodies that how you guys really stepped it up.
Just to see how these extra add-ons can really step up your stencil that you already have is really fun. So I mentioned how it has a little frame in the center of your stenciled piece. Now we have a die that you can cut out that inner piece with, and it has these little bits and bobs. I think that's your word.
Yes!
No, your word is doodly boops.
Doodly boops!
It has these little doodly boops that you can place in and around. So these are not any kind of coordinating piece of the die. They're just an extra little embellishment. If you cut them out of cardstock, you can kind of place them in and around your design. But this really is designed just to cut out the center of that. And let me show you a couple of samples here so you can see what that looks like then. So here on this one, Susan stenciled this outer piece and then cut out the inner area with that die cut, added some blending to really make it pop.
Wow.
And then a sentiment there in the middle. She embossed that in gold, and when you have it up to the light just right, you can see there's also gold foil on the tops of the cone flowers and a few other things we're going to talk about now as well.
Wow.
If you notice the dimension on this stenciled piece, we also have a 3D embossing folder for the summer nights. If you want to be able to coordinate your stenciled piece with an embossing folder, then this is the one you'll need. And in addition, I have just a piece here that we embossed on white cardstock because I wanted you to see the beautiful dimension and detail of that embossing folder just on its own. How pretty would that be just to have a sentiment in the center there, and really just the white on white on white design with these would be really pretty. Also, if you're thinking about summer nights, what do you think of oftentimes, or even summer days? You think of dragonflies. And so we wanted to make some small dragonflies dies. These are called dragon tails, and you can see them featured here where Susan cut the wings out of vellum and then layered a body over the top of that, and they're kind of buzzing around the flower element.
They fit so perfectly in that scene right there. I love how that just brings it all together.
They add just that little bit of whimsy.
It does.
Okay, let's see a couple more samples. So Jill Hawkins did this one, and she used all of the products I just mentioned too. She's got the embossing folder. I really wish you guys were here and you could just run your finger across this. The beautiful dimension. She's got the doodly boops in the background that she splattered, and her sentiment is really fun too. Thanks just isn't enough. So we have a couple others here. These just feature the stencil, and I love how she was able to do that on the dark cardstock here on the left side, and then in a more bright summery color combination here on the right. So lots of really pretty options with that stencil. And we couldn't let it end at summer nights, so we kept going, and we have a new collection for you called Summer Days. So the Summer Days stencil you can see here is a different orientation. This one is a horizontal orientation with again a frame in the center, so you can place your sentiment in there. And we have that coordinating Summer Days inside frame die, so you can do the same thing, cut out that inner frame, pop up the outer design, and place your sentiment down inside. And then we have the coordinating 3D embossing folder as well. And I'll show you what this one looks like when it is just simply embossed onto the white cardstock. So much dimension. Wow. I'm just loving these 3D embossing folders.
I am too. They really step up your projects, so and it just,
fun.
Adds that dimension.
So we do have a project to share with you using the Summer Days stencil, and fun congrats in the center. I love that. I use that on mine too.
Really?
Well, that other project we're going to be talking about in a little bit. I haven't seen that stamp used for a while. It's called All the Way Congrats. So this one, super pretty. Love those bright colors. Very summer day looking. So
I love that the florals in this one are different than the summer nights.
Let me pull up both
They're
of them
really
side
happy,
by side.
bright florals in the summer day, and the summer nights truly does depict more of those nighttime, and especially dragonflies. When I was looking them up, they come out at, right at dusk, and so I thought, that is so fun and whimsical. And
yeah, so they do kind of coordinate, but they have different elements in them as well, so very fun. All right, next up we have our August freebie. Anybody remember that one? We have our Feature Frames die. So this was free with a purchase of $100 or more. And we designed these as a place to land your sentiments or focal images. And you get 4 of those frames in that set. Now we have a couple of samples using this one, and you can see Jill created these. We've got the Flower Fields 3D embossing folder in the back with some really fun just pops of florals inside of those frames and some sentiment strips. And then we wanted more frames.
More, please.
I know. So we have Fancy Feature Frames that is new with this release. Now the great thing about these is they are all designed with our new Year in Bloom collection fitting perfectly inside of those frames. So you're going to see a lot of those as we continue through the year. And let me show you these samples again so you can get that back in your head. This is one of the frames that's in the Fancy Feature Frames set that fits those flowers. So lots of different ways you can use these throughout the year as we continue to release those flowers. So that is from August. Now we have our September freebie. You might remember we released 2 embossing folders that were free with the purchase of $100 or more. One of them was called Bursting Dots, and it has already entered our collection. So we have the second embossing folder from that collection that is called Rockin Rhombus, and this one is now going to be part of our collection. It is a 2D embossing folder, so not a 3D like the other ones I've shared with you. And then to add on to that, we have a coordinating stencil. So if you wanted to emboss and then stencil over the top, you could do that, or stencil and then emboss the design to give it added dimension, or you can just use that fun stencil or just the embossing folder. They don't have to always be used together. So here's a fun, cute card from Jill where she used that embossing folder in the background and then she blended over the top to kind of call out those dots a little bit more. Just a really good basic, which is what I love about the Rockin Rhombus, and also the Bursting Dots. So, okay, that was September. Now we have October.
This was one of my favorites too.
It was.
And I love all the products you created to go with this one.
This one is really fun. So we released this in October as we were thinking about kind of the season of fall and how you're doing a lot of gifting. This is called Teeny Cards, and they create little folded cards. You can see there's a couple different borders, a scallop and then a postage stamp that you can tie onto a gift or a treat bag. Lots of different ways you can use these, and we have some fun additions to the collection that are going to enhance your ability to do different things with them. So let's talk about the Teeny Cards envelope. I know, it's so cute, right?
Bring it all together for me.
The Teeny Cards themselves are 2¼ inches, which our 3x3 envelopes were they're kind of swimming inside of there. So we thought, why not come up with, it's not a humongous die. It goes fine through your regular die cut platform, and you can make all of your own envelopes with the Teeny Cards, or to put your Teeny Cards in. So let me show you some of those. We have some really cute little Teeny Cards that Jill made using our collection of postage stamps, which is what you guys were receiving monthly free from us last year. Look at those cute little cards featuring that little postage stamp die layered white on white on white. There's actually 4 layers of white.
Wow.
Yes.
I can see using these in my kids' lunchbox when I really have it together, but I have used this product and it's easy to make, and I love how tiny the space is because I can just write a quick note.
Yeah.
You're doing awesome. Have a great day. I love that kind of quick things that I want to send, but I don't want a full card for.
Right. Yeah. And you can just, like, if you're giving this with
look at that.
If you're giving it with a gift, you can just write to from on the inside and you don't feel like you have to write out a whole message. So there's what it looks like inside of these cute little envelopes. Now we wanted to have something special for you to seal your envelopes with, so we came out with the Sticker to It mini envelope seals.
Because why not?
Why not? I love little stickers. Stickers are fun to collect, and also when you're cutting this out of cardstock, it is a little bit stiffer, so a nice thick vinyl sticker to close these is going to be awesome. Now if you maybe don't want to use it as an envelope seal, let me show you another option. You can just add it to the front as an embellishment on the front of your envelope. Wow. And look how cute those are.
Who made that? That's so cute.
Susan made those envelopes. I know.
Those are adorable.
It's a combined effort. Jill made the little cards, Susan made the envelopes, and it all goes together perfectly. So yes, very, very cute collection with the teeny cards. Lots and lots of ways to use those for little gift tags and treat bag tie-ons and lunchbox notes.
Yes. Little things.
All right, so we're moving on to November. Our November freebie is Bloomcore print. This one was really well loved, and I've seen lots of people in the fan page using this on samples. Really takes up the majority of your card front, so you kind of just need to add your sentiment, and has a lot of detail to make it really interesting for the recipient. So one large rubber stamp, and then to go along with that, as you may have guessed, we have another 3D embossing folder to match that. So if you wanted to stamp and then emboss, you could do that, or you can see how beautiful that looks just with the 3D embossing on the paper. So pretty.
I love how unique these florals are too. I love this little piece right in here.
Yes.
We don't have anything
kind
like
of a little
that.
Like a little paisley piece in there, which is just really fun.
Yeah, I love that.
So let's show you guys some samples using this one. Jill, on this first card, used both the stamp and the embossing folder. So if you could feel this, it is super dimensional and raised on the card front. Love that. On this one, she used a little bit of a spotlighting technique to spotlight different parts of the image in color. And then Heather, you might remember, she did this on a live project back when this was a freebie. She stamped that tone on tone, embossed it in the background, and then put the perfect LOVE love letters on there with the happy anniversary. Oh, it's just such a stunning anniversary card, and you could do that in any number of colors with your tone on tone embossing there. So really pretty options with that. All right, we are on to December.
How did we get to December already?
I know. Here we are. You might remember this one is probably the most recent in your mind. The Giftables Pretty Pyramid was our $100 freebie in December. And this has lots of uses going forward. It kind of looks a little bit like a Christmas tree, and I'm sure for the holidays next year, we'll be using it that way. You could use it with a battery-powered tea light and cut the stars in to kind of make a fun little arrangement to set on your shelf. You can use it as a treat box. I have lots of fun ideas planned for this around May Day.
Oh, yes!
We're going to cut it and turn it like a cone and put a little handle on it.
Oh, my.
Yes, I'm
excited
about that.
You know May Day. We love May Day.
I don't know. I get really excited about May Day.
I do, too.
I think it's memories from our childhood of, like, ringing the doorbell and run, leave a little treat, and it was fun to try to get away with it. So yeah, I'm planning to use this kind of like if you flipped it upside down and cut off this closure part, you'd have your little cone and you just add a little cute little
I would have never
handle.
Thought of that, Taylor.
I know.
Genius.
I think it was Sue that thought of it.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm using it for May Day.
Yes.
So Jill did cut the stars into the side here. Also a fun option if you have a larger treat that's not going to fall out of those openings. You can kind of peek in and see what treat is inside. We kind of thought we might put little tea bags in here for our mom loves tea.
Yes.
A fun little way to package that up. We've got one with the hearts cut into the side as well, especially Valentine's Day coming up. Good use for that. And then this one was stamped with a background stamp to make the pattern on there. It's called Flower Fields. And then we've got a new addition here. You can see this fun little tassel hanging from here. And that is created with a new die. This is called Fringe Benefits. And it is a fringe of paper cuts that are all connected together at the top. And you can choose the length of your tassel or whatever. If you're creating a fringe, you can just cut off part of the fringe and make a smaller, shorter tassel, or you can leave it all together and your tassel would be very long, or tall, I guess I would say. So that's what this is designed to do, is to make little tassels that you can tie on your treats and your gifts. But you guys, as you guessed it, there are so many uses for this fringe. Sue has just been touching the tip of the creativity with all of the things. I can't wait to share with you a few other projects. But if you want to create a little cap for your tassel, we have one more die set that we're adding to this release in order to do that, and that's called More Easy Edgers. So we did our original Easy Edgers designed to cut an edge or a border onto a layer or into your card base, however you want to imagine that. But in this case, you can use these fun edger dies to create what you see here, which is a cap that you can then roll around your tassel. And you could do that with the kind of pinking edge. There's a scalloped edge. There's a ridged edge. So lots of options there. And then because it is an Easy Edgers product, we added in a fun scallop as well. So let's take a look at a couple other uses for that fringe die. This card just had me, honestly, I didn't understand how it was made until, of course, I talked to Sue and she had this bright idea. Let me show you. I'm going to open up this piece and take it out. So she cut the fringe die. You see it now that I'm pulling it all back together. This is just simply the fringe die cut from cardstock. All the fringes are attached at the top here. Now what she did is kept 3 folded down and folded 3 of them back. And then every 3 she would take and fold those back up. And then she blended a piece of cardstock down here at the bottom. And see where I'm going with this?
Wow.
I know. She just glued all these on like a cake, and then she kind of, I guess... Wonkified.
Yes.
Is that a word?
I don't know, but Willy Wonka would say yes.
Yes, she just made her candles kind of at different angles as she adhered them down to the cardstock. And then you've got yourself a cake made out of fringe.
I would have never gotten that. That is just, wow.
So fun.
So cute.
I want to make one for myself now, too. So that was inspiring. I thought that was a fun idea. Now, speaking of inspiring, I want to show you guys a frame that Sue did. This is going to have to be probably a separate video because I know you guys are going to have lots of questions about how did all of these get created. But look at all of these beautiful flowers that Sue adhered to this framed artwork piece. And every flower on here is made with the fringe die cut. So you can see this one, these fringes, that is the tassel that's just kind of spread out after you roll it up and glue it together. These, super fun. Wow. We're going to have to definitely have her show us how to make all
like
of
lanterns
these.
Almost.
Don't they?
Yes.
They are so fun. I don't know what that flower is called that is shaped like that, but I love it. And then these, super fun, like more full blooms. And I just think it's
even more gorgeous in person too. It just aesthetically,
lots of
so
fun
put
things
together. I love it.
And her brain is just going crazy. She said, well, these would be really fun if you put like name cards, just kind of set them up on your place setting and put your little name like sitting inside there. It would just sit right up on top of this little flower, and lots of different ways you can use this. So if you like to think outside of the box and get really creative, I think this fringe die is going to give lots of options, not just for tassel making. So let me show you one more sample. This one uses the Easy Edgers in more of a traditional way as an actual edger die. You can see on this one I used the large scallop And I made this project because over the holiday break, our nanny, Henry's nanny, got engaged. And so I wanted to make her a little something to say congratulations to the future missus. And this is what I came up with using the hang-on hearts that we released last year and lots of different metallic foil cardstock, some pretty pearls from our Bits and Pieces collection, and then I thought that lacy edger die really just added to the whole thing.
It makes it look so dainty. I love those.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's another idea for the easy edgers. Okay, we have a few more things. We're not done yet, right, Whit?
Never. We're not stopping.
I mean, we better be done at some point,
okay.
but not yet. Just not yet. We have a few other freebies that were offered during different promotional periods for us that we are now bringing out for our collection as well. This one is called Midnight Blooms. It's a background stamp, and you might recognize it if you were purchasing during our Black Friday sale weekend. This was our freebie with orders of $200 or more. So if you did spend that much, you may already have this, so check your collection. And you can see one of the beautiful cards here using a really pretty embossed background with an ombre blend of blues. You've got the airy vellum die cuts on the background, and I think those are so, so pretty. So I love that one. Who made this? Amy Coling made this one. Amy, I love this. So gorgeous. Okay, so that was Midnight Blooms from Black Friday. Now this also uses Midnight Blooms, but it includes a stamp and die combo. Also, we have the foilet releasing. This is called Hello Friend, which is the stamp, and then the two dies that coordinate with the different sentiments in this set. And
this one has been much loved as well.
It has. I really do love it.
It suits cards and fits really nicely in the center.
And then this one is the foilet that coordinates with the same artwork and cuts out with those same dies. And you can see Susan used it in a couple of ways here with the Midnight Blooms that I just talked about, and then popped a foilet sentiment on this one and one of the rectangular sentiments on the other one. So that turned out really pretty. So if you're looking for an easy way to know whether something was previously offered, everything that is brand new for this release will have a new banner on it. So on the product page on the website, it will just say new across the product. So you know if you definitely don't have it because this is the first time it's been released. If it doesn't have that new banner, then check your collection for it as it may have been previously offered. Okay, last but not least, we have another freebie that was offered exclusively during our Pick Your Pairings release. And this one is just such a beautiful background stamp. Look at that fun, it kind of reminds me of rainbows. And I love it. Mm-hmm. We called it Arch Deco because it kind of has that Art Deco feel to it. And our design team members really took it in a lot of different directions. I love these here. So this one is Heather, I believe. And she stamped over the top of her ombre blend with white ink to give it that really dainty. It really is a dainty looking background. It's not overwhelmingly, in your face. Mm-hmm. So then we have this one, super pretty. I love the little drip drops that are accenting the openings of each of the rainbows. I think that's really pretty. And then I think this one is Emily Midlowski.
Oh,
I want to say,
cute.
Yep, Emily did a rainbow, of course, a rainbow with rainbows embossed in white over the top. And I love how that turned out too.
Wow.
So there we have it. Okay, so we finished it up. Yes. We wanted to give you just a couple of more reminders before we head off today. So thanks for watching our product reveal. All of the products are going to be available on the website starting Tuesday, January 14th at 9 a.m. Central Time. You can find all of them at tailoredexpressions.com. And we have that sale happening. So buy any 5 of the products that you saw on this product reveal. They'll be in the special category on the website. When you buy 5 or more, you'll get 15% off all of the products. So, as many
Great.
products as you add. As long as you have more than 5, you'll get that 15% off all of them. So pretty exciting. And that will go through the end of the day on next week, Monday.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I'm so excited to
right.
see what you guys think. And here we are ready to craft on Tuesday.
Yes.
We'll be here back, so join us.
Join
It's
us
gonna be
Tuesday,
fun.
10 a.m. for the live, and we'll
Yes.
get crafty. All right. See you later, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.